That's about right. Okay. Alrighty, so this is a little bit of a self-reminder video, but if anybody else actually happens to find this video and is wondering, what's a good way to get some easy toys in archaeology? Well, I'm about to kind of give you a brief, shitty explanation on how to actually get some easy toys, but realistically, if you're free to play like me and you're trying to go after the mechanized lumber extractor, aka the reskin of the golem, sky golem from Mr. Pandaria mount, archaeology is actually not too hard to actually get some easy toys. It's just extremely time consuming. I kind of wish I had known about this, but realistically, every single website I go to when it comes to like free to play shit, I don't ever really find anybody out there that has like some really good information about this particular achievement. So yeah, easy archaeology. Honestly, the best thing I can possibly tell you when it comes down to it is have plenty of fucking time on your hands. I am not kidding when I say this. I spent probably somewhere around maybe 4 or 5 hours on a brand new character that you're probably looking at on screen right now. And from 0 to 600, I had plenty of time to fucking do this on a new character. I had this idea with a new character rather than using my existing character that had literally leveled all the way to like 950, I think was the max cap or something like that. I thought it was 900. 950 actually. I think looking at it right now, I can see it on screen. And I had an idea to do this on a brand new character, and the only reason why I thought about doing this on a brand new character was so I can get a hold of some pristine what do you call it, completed artifacts. And you can kind of see on screen right now I'm getting like brand new toys and shit like that I couldn't even get a hold of because I don't know, World of Warcraft's got some sort of scaling issue that's pretty fucked or something like that. Even still, like looking it up, a lot of people are like, I can't get this because, and they're like level 70, they're paid subscribed players, so I don't know what to really fucking tell you. But archaeology from the get-go, if you have like a character that's already done some of the things, one thing you want to keep in mind, this is time consuming. So there is a website, I'll probably remember to put a link in the description. I think it's called Simple Armory, where it kept track of all of my archaeology toys and stuff like that. And I looked at it and it's like, these are all I can get from archaeology. Awesome. So you can get some dig sites from the main parts of the game, which is Kalimdor and then the Eastern Kingdoms. I don't remember which one's which. I want to say the Eastern Kingdom, yeah, it's on the right hand side, and Kalimdor is on the left hand side. And yeah, that sounds about right. Kalimdor, I think, has the most when it comes to Night Elf dig sites. Night Elf, if I'm not mistaken, has somewhere around 5 toys. So keep that in mind. There are some troll dig sites. There are some fossil dig sites. There's surprisingly a dwarf dig site, but it's not very. Yeah, Kalimdor is literally the most for Night Elf, and you'll have some trolls and fossils there. Fossils, I think, has 1 toy. Trolls have 1 toy. Dwarfs, I think, have like 2 toys. So keep that in mind. The Eastern Kingdom is pretty much littered with trolls and toys and fossils. There's hardly any kind of Night Elf there, so keep that in mind. One thing I probably should have told you early on, get skywriting. Get it. If you literally have just come back to the game and you found out you can fly like I did, the basic flying is not so bad. It's just a matter of like doing 45-minute quests and Dragon Isles to literally unlock skywriting, and really that's all you need to do. So if you're like me and you can't figure out why you can't get a hold of any Outland or Northern archaeology sites, I can tell you this much: it's either a bug or some scaling thing that otherwise doesn't work for me. Which I think is kind of fucking stupid if you think about it, because I have access to Pandarian, I have access to Draenor, I have access to Legion, but I can't get to Outlands and I can't get to Northern. Don't know what to tell you about that. From the get-go, I would probably get those Troll, Night Elf, and Fossils going, And then afterwards, what you want to do is head over to Zuldazar, or Zanderland is what I call it, for the trolls. If you're a Horde player, you'll easily get there. If you're an Alliance player, just take a boat. It's not that hard. If you're a Horde player who's trying to go to Tol'Vir so you can get the toy there, again, just simply take a boat. It's not really that hard. You'll probably get disconnected. I usually do, but whatever. I say Zanderland mostly because from 1 to 900 or 1 to 950 or whatever, like my character right now on screen, she went from 1 to literally 600. And the only thing I did was literally do archaeology sites in Zanderland. That is it. And the only reason why I did that was so I can get possibility of getting pristine ones. Pristine ones is a little bit of a quest. You turn in those quests, they wound up actually giving you an additional fragment crates, depending on your choice. Now I use those crates so that way I can get a hold of Draenei, Valkyr, Vrykul, I believe is how it's pronounced, and the Rubian. There's, like I said, I'll put a link in the description for the website, but basically I couldn't get a hold of Northern, I couldn't get a hold of Outlands, and I only went after the ones that had toys. As far as I'm aware of, Draenor has no toys for you to collect. Now you can actually go and solve some stuff in Draenor if you want. Probably break up the monotony, it'll probably be a little bit better, but because you'll be going collecting multiple different fragments from different races and stuff like that, you'll probably spend more time collecting than you will actually doing anything. So yeah. Just stick with either Tol'Vir or Zuldazar. I would highly recommend going just to Zanderland, even if you're Alliance. And the main reason being is because Zanderland only has one spot in the level 30 area that has infested with bugs, and they do a lot of damage. You're a level 20 player and you trying to fight a level 30 player, you're gonna literally have a fucking hard time. In Tol'Vir, in the, what's it called, Storm, whatever it's called, the level 30 zones there, that fucking place is littered to the field with lots of wolves, lots of spiders. I've literally tried to actually break up my whole entire thought process, and it's like, I'm just gonna go over there so that way it's not so repetitive here in Zanderland. False. I literally fucking wasted so much of my time clearing out enemies just so I can get to the level 30 zone so I can actually do this and that. By the time I had cleared out some of the other areas, every single spot wound up actually being in the level 30 zone, which is plagued and riddled with so much mobs. So just go to the trolls, go to Horde, do Horde, or just, if you're Alliance, take a boat, go to Zanderland, and literally just fly around there. Most spots are pretty safe, but at least you're not going to be sitting there fighting level 30 zones, like plague level 30 zones area. There's only one spot I can possibly think of, and it's got nothing but bugs there, and it's just horrifically just filled to the brim with shit. But I had to actually go to Zanderland just so I can get some Vrykul, so I can get some Nerubian, and so I can get Draenei as well. And those are the only way that I can possibly get those toys from there. I couldn't get it anywhere else. And you can kind of see on screen, I'm like literally turning in all the pristine artifacts so I can get extra crates and stuff like that on a brand new character. You do need to be level 600 in order to actually get the crates, so keep that in mind. You also get keystone fragments from that, so that's actually pretty nice. And once you'll get to level 600, no fucking problem. Level 600 really easy through just doing surveying and artifact collecting in Zuldazar. I think that's what it's called. I don't really know. Pandarian Archaeology, you can easily get that there. As far as I'm aware of, there's only one toy, so keep that in mind. And I think it's called a Mogu or Mugu. Mogu, I believe it's called. It's anatomically correct targeting dummy. So there's that. Nerubian, Vrykul, and Tol'Vir is also another one. I've never found any kind of Digsites there. Keep that in mind. Tol'Vir is the Cataclysm Zone, so keep that in your head. There's only one toy, I think, in that entire area. If you happen to get lucky and you wound up actually getting like a Canopia jar with probably, I don't know, some sort of, what do you call it? It's got the Sandstone Dragon Drake mount, which is like, who cares really? But Um, I want to say there's probably like 13 or so toys you can get. I tried getting the one in Legion, and it never dropped for me. The problem with Legion is that you have to spend hundreds of fragments to complete one common fragment. I never actually got any of the fragments for the demons, so there's that. But other than that, I would highly recommend you go to, say, Zuldazar with level 1 character or level 1 archaeology character, collect crates, crate them up, or collect artifacts, crate them up, trade them in for other crate fragments for Northern, Tol'Vir from Cataclysm, and if I'm not mistaken, Outlands for the Draenei. But other than that, if you're just looking for some quick whatever ones, that's really just about it. That's all I can really say about the archaeology ones. Really simple, really easy, just really, really time consuming.